Jacob, as far as your first spring here, how has it been treating you, and kind of what's the transition been like coming from Georgia to here?
I'm from here, so the transition wasn't too bad. And a great group of guys on this team, and the quarterback room especially. The transition's been pretty smooth. Been learning the offense really well, and having a great fun spring.
And as far as just kind of getting used to new guys, new terminology, I mean, is it a lot like, I guess, freshman year at UJ, or is it different because you know college football and it's just little differences here and there?
Yeah, I mean, it's just little differences now. Because, coming from high school to Georgia, when I was a freshman in college, I didn't know what to expect. But, I knew guys on this team when I went to Georgia. So coming back, I knew guys, I had talked to them. And, been able to, transition wasn't bad because I'm also, 45 minutes from home. My family can come down whenever, and so the transition wasn't bad. I'm excited to be here and contribute to this team.
Coach Peterson mentioned this might be a great situation a year for you. Just no pressure, just to enjoy football again. Do you feel that joy?
No, I've always felt that joy in football, no matter what I'm doing. And this year is definitely going to be a great year for learning and getting better in this program, and making relationships with some of the guys and coaches on this team. And so it's going to be a different year for sure, but that doesn't mean I'm going to still compete like I can play. Every practice, every rep, you got to get better and better. So that's what I'm going to do.
What's the SEC religious football experience like? Because few of us have been there.
It's different. It's just SEC. They got a lot of recruits down there in that area. So those guys grow up. Football is kind of like a religion, like you said. Not that the Pac-12's not a great place to play football. I'm super excited to be here and be a part of this league. But it's different down there, like it's different up here. There's every conference you go to has a subtle difference, and the SEC is just the SEC.
What are you working on specifically, mechanics-wise, or learning this offense?
There's a lot of different things. There's a lot more work in the pistol and different formations and all that. So I'm just kind of getting my footwork down with the new route concepts that this offense provides, and all the little things.
Jacob, what was the process for deciding to come here after you made the decision?
It was pretty easy, honestly. It felt like I grew up a Washington Huskies fan, and being able to come down to the game. So I wanted to go somewhere where I could play in front of my family and friends, and also under a great coaching staff and with great teammates. And I felt like this was the best place to do it.
Was this the only school you consider? Or?
Yeah, I looked at other places, but I didn't really seriously consider them. This is the only place I was really looking at coming into, and ultimately made that decision.
You were in close proximity to Bush Hamdan when he was in Atlanta. Did you guys have any conversations there?
There's a lot of NCAA rules, so we didn't really communicate very often. I didn't talk to him at all, really. I knew who he was, and I was able to watch some of those Falcons games with Matt Ryan, which was awesome to do. I knew who he was, and I'm sure he knew who I was when he took the job, and that's funny how it all worked out. But he's a great coach, and I'm excited to be here with him.
What are your early impressions of him?
He's awesome. He's younger guy, very energetic, fun to be around. Entertaining in meetings, but he also knows what he's talking about, and he's able to coach you up really well. And he's a good guy to be around.
What do you like about Jake Browning's game? What can you learn from him?
Oh, a lot. Jake's the older guy, the older guy in the room, and he's been around, and he's played the last 3 seasons, and there's a lot to soak up from him, and on the field and off the field, there's a lot of things that he does that I respect, and he's going to be able to teach me a lot of things. So I'm excited to, for this year and see where that relationship goes.
What's it been like for you where you're learning from Jake, you're learning from Bush and P, but at the same time, you do have younger guys like Colson and Jacob Sermon who are learning. So What's it been like to be that guy in the middle where you're learning, but you're also kind of helping with their development?
It's different. It's another one of those roles that I had to get used to doing. But it's cool because I've never being a transfer, you have experiences from your other school playing as a freshman. Now you come in here, you got freshmen coming in, but also there's an older guy playing. So it's a pretty unique experience, and I'm glad I'm in the spot that I'm in because there's a lot of things I can learn from, and I can do what I can to help the younger guys, but also learn from the older guys, so I can give and take. It's pretty unique.
Did you give any thought to going to a smaller division school, starting right away instead of having to sit out here?
I didn't really look into that much. I wanted to stay at a bigger, Division I school and do that kind of thing. And, that's kind of what me and my family decided, and what we talked about, and we felt at peace with it. And I'm super excited to be here, having a great spring, having a good time, and yeah.
Has Browning asked for advice at all, or tips on facing Auburn and what that'll be like?
I'm sure.
September 1st?
Once we get into the season, he might ask a couple of things. But we've talked. Not about those kind of things. We're good friends. But yeah, I'm sure once the season rolls around. Right now, we're just kind of focused on the next practice and spring ball, and getting ready for the spring game on Saturday. And, yeah, it's just kind of day by day.
What are you expecting for this team, kind of stepping into that game, that atmosphere in Atlanta?
I'm excited. It's going to be a great trip. The Georgia Dome's an awesome place to play, and the energy's going to be wild. In a away atmosphere, and those are the fun games, the openers. So I'm excited. These guys are all hard workers on this team, and we're going to go down there and they're going to play their hearts out. That's what I expect, and that's what's going to happen. So. Yeah, I'm super excited to be a part of it.
Are you okay with being a scout team quarterback for you?
Oh, yeah, anything I can do to contribute and help this team, that's what I'm going to do. That's my mindset. That's what my mindset was last year at Georgia, and that's what my mindset is here. Being on a football team means you're part of a team, it's not all about yourself and what you're doing individually. So, yeah, I just want to buy in and any way I can help.
Was that a challenging adjustment to have to make those?
It was different. It was different, but it's just one of those things. Especially in the quarterback position, you gotta understand there's only one guy on the field at the time. So, things happen, and that's the way it goes. Football's an injury-related sport, so you learn from it and you move on.
How was the knee?
Oh, it's good. It's really good. Well.
You sounds like you're a big Mariners fan.
Yeah,
Able to sneak over in
I
game
grew
at
up a Mariners fan, so it's good to come back. I went down to the game Saturday, and yeah, it's good to come back and root for the team again.
Of course, I think people joked about it here, but I mean, there's you, Jacob Browning, Jacob Sermon, and Jaden Hamer. So what's it like in a QB room, meeting room, when someone says Jake, or does everybody go by their last name, or how?
Yeah, we all got different. Coach Bush calls us different things. I have JB, we got JB, Hamer, Sermon, and then of course you got Colson. But no, it's he manages. It's always a joke when you're meeting new people and they're sitting in the room. You got 4 Jakes in there. You go introduce yourself. There's 4 people coming up. Hey, I'm Jake. That's funny. But yeah, it's unique. That's another cool thing about the room. That's pretty rare.
What's your relationship with Peterson like going through the recruiting process to now, and how much of an influence is that?
In high school?
Yeah.
I remember in high school, it was my senior year when I really started building a relationship with Coach Peterson, and that's when he said, you always got a spot if it doesn't work out. And I remember when he said that, because I was able to come back and now I'm playing for him. And then ultimately, once I got my release from Georgia, I talked to Coach P. And, Sparky was just like we hadn't talked in 2 years. It really wasn't like that. That's how Coach P is, and that's the kind of man and coach he is, and he's just a great guy to be around.
How did he sound when you gave him a call and said, "Hey, Coach, I want to come to UW"? I mean, was it kind of like an excitement, or did he play it cool?
Yeah, I think we were both, generally excited. I was excited to come home, and he was excited to have me. So, yeah, it was excitement, and then we got down to just kind of talking, less about football, more about life, because that's important too. And yeah, so I'm just excited to be here and excited, to finish off this spring and get home.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate it.